Damn guys, I don't know how to start this video. Pascal Siakam is no longer part of the Toronto Raptors. All-time great, but he is now, in his new chapter, part of the Indiana Pacers.
Six topics.
Yo, it's your boy Mahdi, and today we found out Pascal Siakam is being traded to the Indiana Pacers for 3 first-round picks. Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and Kira Lewis was part of the deal too from the Pelicans. So let's get into our reaction. It's been a couple of hours since the trades happened, so I kind of gathered all my thoughts. Because at first, when I saw that tweet, I was like, damn, 3 first-round picks for the Raptors. And I'm like, yo, Masai fleece, Masai's cooking. You know, I'm like, why would the Pacers do that? But now thinking about the whole deal and actually letting it sink in, it still doesn't feel real to me that Siakam's gone. But letting it sink in is like, okay. So first off, let's start off with the ratings. For the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to give it an A-. For the Raptors, I'm going to give it like a B-. And the reason being is because you think about what the Raptors got. They got 3 first-round picks, but 2 are from this season, and 1 is a 2026 unprotected first-round pick. If Siakam re-signs, that pick is going to be, the Pacers are going to be in the playoffs, so it's going to be outside the lottery pick. This season, the pick is going to be outside the lottery. And then the second pick from this season is going to be an OKC pick, which is going to be the end of the first round pick. You know what I mean? So in a couple of years from now, this trade, you could get nothing useful from it. You know, there's no young players attached. There's just draft picks, which aren't even going to be high draft picks. Looking from the Pacers side, you get Siakam for not really much. You know, you have a Tyrese Halliburton, and pairing him alongside Siakam is sick, and only having to give up first round picks that are going to be not great picks. You know, it's not like a Detroit pick where it's going to be like a top 5 pick, not even a lottery pick, because buying into Siakam and being able to re-sign him is probably going to make you a playoff team for the next couple of years. As long as you have this pairing, you're going to be in the playoffs. Now, this is why I really like it for the Pacers, because if you know, the Pacers, they are a small market team, and they're not really the team to build from free agency. If you look at their recent players, Sabonis, he was acquired from trade. Paul George, he was drafted. You know, Victor Oladipo acquired from trade. All these players, their stars they've had, have all been from trade. You know, Miles Turner, drafted. So the only way you can acquire for Indiana is either through trade or through the draft. You know, Tyrese Halliburton, they pulled off that Tyrese Halliburton trade 2 years ago. And no one's going to be able to come to Indiana. So what do they think? Siakam's on the market last year of his deal. All we have to give up is contract fillers. Yes, Bruce Brown was a big part of their rotation this year. But I mean, if there's Siakam on the board, you much rather go for that, you know? 3 first-round pick, like I mentioned. So you're not really giving that much value. And from the Raptors, one thing I hate about this deal is because, yes, we pulled off the trade. And we sold at the deadline. We sold OG. We sold Siakam, which I love. But again, you did it a year too late. Imagine you did it last year. You sold Siakam last year. You committed to the rebuild last year. You have so much more leverage. Right now, you don't have the leverage because everyone's going to be like, oh, is Siakam going to resign? Is Siakam going to resign? If you sold him last year, you don't have that issue. Also, another thing to mention, the 2024 draft class in general isn't a strong draft class. It's a pretty weak draft class, which is why Masai made that trade to get Pirtle, where he gave our first round pick, which would have been very, 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 very useful in this situation. But what do we have to do? It's kind of just wash our hands and call an L and just play hard every single night. The positive thing is that we didn't get any young players, but the OG trade was really nice because we got 2 young players in RJ and Quickly. And that kind of makes up for it. These 3 first round picks are still first round picks, you never know, going in like a year, maybe the Raptors, they consider this as a retool, so maybe they have an extra first round pick to leverage out, you know. And we also don't know what's happening with Bruce Brown, so there's a chance that Bruce Brown gets flipped and that's another first round pick for a contender. You know, there's a lot of teams that could use a Bruce Brown, but the only problem is the salary. But looking this from the Indiana Pacers, I really do love it, because the Pacers do lack defense, and having Siakam, that brings another defensive, you know, strong defense in your front court alongside Turner. And also the Indiana Pacers are the best offensive team in NBA history, but they lack their defense. So adding a Siakam alongside Tyrese, who can run the floor, it's exciting. It's exciting. And we've seen how Siakam is as the second option in the 2019, you know, NBA playoffs and even the finals. So being behind Tyrese, having shooters like Buddy Hield, you know, it's exciting, especially Turner, who's a 3-and-D. They have good rim protecting. So I'm honestly, the Pacers were already a fun team to watch, but especially adding Siakam, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It sucks because we're gonna have to wait to see like the big three, Turner, Tyrese, and Siakam play, because Tyrese Halliburton is out right now with that hamstring injury. But let me know your guys' thoughts of what you guys think of this trade. I'm a really good fan, and I love it for the Pacers, but not so much for the Raptors. But also, I'm just happy it happened. You know, it's been in trade talks for the past 2-3 years, OG, Siakam, and finally seeing it happen, it hurts, because everything Siakam went through, being drafted the late first round with us, you know, and then being the most improved player, and then winning a championship. It's a lot of memories, but it's kind of crazy, because if you think about the Raptors 2019 championship run, there's only one player left, and that's Chris Boucher. I've always been a Chris Boucher fan, but it's a new era, for real. It's a new era. I'm kind of excited to see what and how it plays out for the Raptors this season. I think this team, it's just full of vibes, you know. It's fully Scotty Barnes' team, and ever since the OG trade with Scotty and Quickly's a sick addition, so probably gonna re-sign him. But like Masai said, this is more of a retooling rather than a rebuild. So it's exciting to see the new era finally start. But I just wish if we pulled the trigger earlier, like last year, you know, we could have gotten a better deal. But it is what it is. Also, before we end the video, I just wanted to give my condolences to the assistant coach for the Warriors, who did pass away today. Super young guy. He passed away from a heart attack, and I believe he was in his 50s. So, you know, rest in peace to him. Prayers to his family. And that's been my reaction. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your grades for the Raptors and Pacers, who won the deal. And it's your boy Mahdi. Peace out.